Good morning. Happy Tuesday, everyone. The way people treat you, have you ever put thought into it? They always tell us the way people will treat you is based off of how they feel about you, right? But what if it's not right? What if the way someone treats you is more indicative to the way they were brought up? Have we ever given that any weight? Have you ever thought about the fact that some people were so neglected as children that their brains stayed in fight or flight for so long that they innately are more selfish? They are more passive aggressive. They tend to be more, I have to worry about me. I got to put me first. I'm not going to pick you because my life was so hard and I learned that only I can take care of me. Is this true for everyone who's had a hard upbringing? No. Nothing is absolute across the board. But what if some people have had such a bad upbringing that even if they do like you, even if they do love you, even if they feel in love with you, they can't pick you, not because there's something wrong with you, but because of the fear that is inside of them? I'm learning that not every triggered response is a response to you. Just because someone is upset or loud or aggressive, it's not necessarily that you did something wrong. It probably has nothing to even do with the fact that you just did something. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you are the problem. But in this case, for this moment, in this scenario, let's say you're not. Let's say that by being just a little aggressive, you triggered memories of the last time someone else was that type of aggressive to them, which created the fear to come, it created a space for the fear to come up out of. And that full-blown reaction is the reaction to everyone else that did something similar, but since you're on that same wavelength and you're creating that same feeling, they're like, oh no, whoa, not today. Especially not from you. What if we all take accountability for all those times we're feeling these feelings so that we can realize that, yes, sometimes it is because of that person, but yes, sometimes it's also because of the way we feel on the inside. Not always the same, right? Right. When was the last time you started saying, oh, I feel discomfort in my throat? When was the last time I felt this? When was the first time I felt this? When are the other times and the other people that made me feel this way? How old was I when I felt this way? How do I feel right now in this present moment? Why am I feeling so reactive in this moment? It's not the easiest thing to learn, but you can learn it thanks to neuroplasticity. It's one of those things that is like, okay, for instance, when you want to learn to figure out where your feelings are coming from, who made you feel that way, why you feel like that now, what all happened to make you feel that way. Think of it like learning how to do push-ups. The very first time you put yourself in that plank position, were you able to hold it? Some people are going to say yes. Some people are going to say no. Some people are going to be like, I ain't never been able to do a push-up in my life. Why? It's because fitness and emotional intelligence, they're both muscles. They're both things that you have to train. They're both things that you have to learn how to do. It is not like I'm going to choose to be aware of my feelings every day. And it's just going to be like, now you're aware of your feelings. That is not how that works in no one's world. It's one of those things though. People have patterns. People have things that set them off. Some things could be easily handled by a conversation. Some things take multiple conversations, and some things aren't worth your time. I'm learning that. Sometimes the look that someone gives you, that you take as they're looking at me hatefully, could simply mean I'm in pain. Sometimes that you think that someone's saying or doing to be rude or disrespectful is actually that person's way of self-soothing. They're like, once I get through this breath, I can handle this. But then now here you go, why are you breathing all hard? And now they're back like, oh my gosh, I was almost out of this feeling, and it's fine. Now I have to breathe again to get back to my focus. So what if we're all taking things way too personally? What if we all have control over our own thoughts, feelings, emotions, autonomy? What if you're giving your freedom away to others that don't deserve it just because you're told you have to? You don't have to. No, you don't. It's a choice. Just like you could choose to feel your feelings, you can also choose to distance those people who are intentionally creating said feelings within you, especially after you already told them not to do certain X, Y things. Right? Right. No one has to do anything. No one has to talk to anyone. The only thing you got to do is breathe, sleep, eat. And some of y'all don't even have to eat that often thanks to your anatomy. I'm realizing that we all have liberties and freedoms, while some people tend to go above and beyond what is actually fair. And you may not like all the reactions to your choices. You still have the choice. You still have the free will. And while you're trying to be more understanding to why someone is the way that they are, be cognizant of your own feelings. Be aware of how you're feeling on a continuous level. Figure out your baseline. How do I feel alone? How do I feel with them? How do I feel with this person? How do I feel with this person? How do I feel after interacting, talking with this person? How am I now that I'm back alone? Where's my energy at now? Where's my mood at now? How am I functioning since my interaction? Honestly, when you start doing that more, you're probably going to lose a lot of friends. Probably going to lose some family members. Probably going to lose some relationships. That's how I know. I realized the more I am emotionally intelligent, the more I am willing to speak up on my truths, the more I am willing to act upon my truths, the more uncomfortable I tend to make people. It's okay, no worries. I realized that my people are always finding me. I don't have to be anything other than Marquette. Like, I don't have to. That is why I have such a unique name, which now I'm realizing that there are some other people with the name Marquette. There's a spelled with a Q-U, mine is spelled with a K. Still unique. I realized that when you are true to yourself, when you are willing to be disliked, when you are willing to be unique, it makes people uncomfortable. Not because there's something wrong with you innately. It's because of the way that you being true to you shines a light on how they're being disingenuous with themselves. I say, well, that's a day problem, right? Yeah. I've learned that when you truly learn to like you, when you truly learn to love you, when you're truly comfortable being alone with you, you start to see other people the way that they truly are. Those rose-colored glasses disappear. it's not saying that you have to be anything. It's more so saying that your awareness of how others are is going to be more prevalent, because now there's no gaslighting. They can't say, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Because now you're like, no, but I know. I'm 100% aware of what I did, what I said, how I felt, how you made me feel. So no matter what you say, I know what's going on in me. And when you know what's going on in you, and then someone tries to gaslight you because maybe they felt upset because of something you did, or a laugh, or anything, take that and keep a note. Not saying be bitter, not saying be resentful, not saying any of that kind of stuff, but okay, duly noted. Okay. And once they start to make a pattern, you should make a pattern of disappearing. Like Beyonce said, and like a ghost, I'll be gone. Well, it happens. I'm learning that the more self-aware you are, the more intellectual you are, the more emotionally intelligent you are, the harder it is for people to relate to you. It's okay though. I'm learning that even within relationships, the more emotional intelligence you have, the more intellect you have, the more mental fortitude you have, the more you work on you, the smaller the pool gets. It's okay. I'm also learning that sometimes some of those relationships that you're like, I don't know what went wrong. What went wrong is you. You changed. You improved. You changed your vibration. You elevated your vibration, and now you're no longer in vibrational alignment with that person. They were who they are. They stayed who they were. But you elevated in who you were. And now it's like trying to put the magnets and they just keep repelling. Yeah. So I decided probably 2 years ago, maybe 3, I don't know. Maybe Facebook will remind me when I made the post about it. I decided I was going to be radically myself, unapologetically myself, no matter what. I decided that I was going to share my actual personality to the camera. And if you watch some of my old videos, you're going to be like, oh my gosh. Hi, oh my God. Like, who the heck is talking? Who? Girl, who? Right? Do I have a proper prim side? Absolutely. Do I have a little thuggish side? Absolutely. Do I have a professional side? Absolutely. It depends on location, time, mood. Like there's a lot of things, a lot of different things affect the way that I am. Yes, it is assimilation. Yes, it is acclimation. And it's also proclamation. Proximity. Yes. I realized that you can't be the same in every room that you enter. Why? Yes, you can keep your essence and you can stay in your truth, but you can't be the same everywhere you go. Not 100%. The same person that you are when you're trying to sway someone is not the same person you're going to be when you're being defensive. The same person that is being empathetic is not the same person that shows up when you're being aggressive. The same person that shows up when you're trying to just learn. It's not the same person that shows up when you're trying to teach. In life, in everything, all the versions of you are still you. But people will tell you, oh, you're pretending. And at first I thought, yeah, masking, because being a little autistic with a little bit of ADHD, with a little bit of PTSD, trying to read rooms where energies got me feeling like all over the place. Yeah, it's a lot. But I've also learned that that's what makes me unique. That is why I know when sometimes I'm just like, you know what, come here. I know you need a hug. Let me hug you. And yes, I've hugged a complete stranger on a cruise ship because she was crying, and I ended up talking to her for like 20 minutes and learning her life story. And it was actually pretty awesome. Do I always engage when I feel someone's energy is sad? No, I don't. I've learned that even though I know I can help someone through something, it's not always my place to help them through it. I've learned that while I am trained to de-escalate, I don't need to de-escalate everything. Everything is not my business. I've learned that, silly to say, but so true, you gotta put your own mask on first. I had someone make sure that he taught me that. I realized that in life, some of the greatest teachers of your life is disappointment. Some of the greatest teachers in your life is disrespect. Some of the greatest teachers in your life is the pain. You learn to push through. You learn to be stronger. You learn that life gets better. And you also can learn that it is all a choice. Just like this outfit was the choice so that I could make sure I came my butt back home. Just some workout shorts and a crop top and my favorite fuzzies. Oh, I love the Nightmare Before Christmas, and these fuzzies are amazing. They are a comfort. Your life is your choice. The way that you choose to show up every day in your life is a choice. No matter what anyone else thinks, feels, opinions are like buttholes. Most people got them. Some people, oh, you know what, never mind. Let's digress out of that. Yeah, that's the darker side of my personality. I realized that while you have choices, while you have the ability to say things that are empowering, while you have ways in yourself to uplift yourself, you can also choose to do it for others as well. Even though some people may not say thank you, some people may still be mean to you even when you're being nice to them. But just know, if you're the only person that is attempting to be nice to that person, no matter how they act towards you out loud, your goodness is still living rent-free in their head. They may actually end up becoming a better person just because you telling them, you know what? I see the goodness in you. You know what? You can do this. You know what? You're improving. You know what? Life is going to get better. The words you speak, words have power. That's why I am very kind to myself. That is why I always tell myself good things about me. You will not catch me talking bad about me. Absolutely not. And I'm working on not talking bad about anyone at all. Just like if I see something that's something that I'm like, wow, that was a choice. And then I try to move away. I am actively working on not leaning into judgment. Because when you judge yourself, you're going to tend to judge others and judge them harshly. When you judge others, then how can you truly love yourself if you're going to be mean to others? I'm not really sure where I'm at on this journey in life, but I'm starting to realize that no matter what that neuron connection is that you're trying to build, no matter what you're trying to learn, no matter what you're curating for your life, because you are the creator of your life, your story, your path, your journey, it all starts with a thought. It all starts in the mind. So if you're truly trying to become a more positive, outgoing, self-reliant, self-caring, coddling person, your kindness does start with you, but it has to extend past you. The goodness that you put into the world will reflect and come back to you. That hatefulness that some people have, that grumpy boo boo, that crap comes back to them. That's why they're always having a bad day. That's why life is always lifing them. I'm learning that I am grateful for all the lessons I had. While I do not want to relive most of them, absolutely not, I am grateful for them. I realized that I was just a conduit for the change, because God knew that I would be able to channel it into something beautiful, because I'm an artist. I'm an artist in so many ways. But even in yourself, no matter what happens, never speak bad about yourself. Never criticize yourself. Never talk negatively to yourself. You are your first best friend. You should love you more than you love anyone else. And I don't care if others tell you this is selfish. Love you more. Wake up and say, I love you. I wake up and I say, I love you, Marquette. I do, because I love myself. I tell my kids, look in that mirror, smile at yourself, and say, I love you, because you should be the very first smile and I love you that you get that day. Absolutely. Something that some of y'all might be uncomfortable with it, but you'll get comfortable with it. And to answer y'all's questions, Marquette, why is there so many freaking mirrors in your house? It's because it reminds me to fix my face. It reminds me to not be negative. Because think about it. If you're walking past yourself and you're looking at yourself and you got that old look on your face, what's the first thing you're supposed to do? Fix it. Fix your face. Yes, my friend Juliet, that's her favorite thing to say. Fix your face. Fix your face. And I'm like, Lord, quit saying that. But now, I'm telling you, fix your face. The face that you give to the world could change your look. All right. Love y'all. Later. Mwah. I hope that y'all have a good day. Today is going to be whatever you make it, so make sure you say, I am grateful and excited for all the good that today has for me. All right. Later, y'all.